Hi everyone, today we're doing an audiobook called Tintin in the Galapagos. Let's start. Chapter 1. A plane was landing down into the Galapagos Islands. Tintin, Captain Haddock, and Snowy got off the plane. Tintin said, "Finally here! A well-earned rest, the Galapagos Islands." Captain Haddock said, "But this isn't the place. Blistering barnacles! I've seen photographs better than this." Tintin said, "But this is the Galapagos Islands. Come on, let's go and catch the bus to Puerto Ayora." And by the way, if you didn't know, Puerto means port. Chapter 2. Meanwhile, in Puerto Ayora, the Chinese were plotting to kill the Galapagos sharks. Mr. Wang said, should we really kill them? They're so beautiful." Mr. Chan said, "I asked you, Mr. Wang, are the sharks more beautiful than shark fin soup?" Mr. Wang answered, "Well, I must admit, shark fin soup is better." "Well then," said Mr. Chan, "first step, silence the reporter. Second step, kill the sharks. Third step, get the load back to Shanghai. Fourth step, eat up." Chapter 3. Tintin, Captain Haddock, and Snowy were walking along the streets of Puerto Ayora when a car drove past quicker than a bullet. Then, rat-tat-tat! Gunshots were heard. Then Tintin saw big holes in the wall right in front of them. Tintin said, "Something fishy is going on." Chapter 4. Tintin and Captain Haddock walked into a tour company shop. Captain Haddock said, "Well, the shark watching tour looks the best." Tintin agreed and they bought spaces for the tour. The next day, the tour set sail quicker than a bullet. After half an hour of sailing, Tintin, Captain Haddock, and the rest of the group snorkeled into the ocean. They saw tropical fish, stingrays, and many more, but not one shark was to be seen. They tried another area, but there were no sharks. Another area, no sharks. After many attempts, the group finally gave up the search. On the return journey, the tour guide said, "Normally we see at least 5 sharks every time." Now Tintin really began to suspect people trying to kill him even here in the Galapagos, and disappearing sharks was too much. Chapter 5. That evening, one scientist had invited Tintin to eat together. His name was Dr. Jones. Tintin told him about what had happened since he had arrived, and Dr. Jones exclaimed, "You're so lucky!" Tintin replied, "Yet another brush with death." A little after, the scientist explained that he and a few others would go on a little expedition to find out what had happened to the sharks. He wanted to invite Tintin to solve one of the biggest mysteries in the Galapagos. Tintin enthusiastically said yes, and it was arranged. Chapter 6. The next day, Tintin, Snowy, the scientists, and a few protectors sent from the army set off. But where was Captain Haddock? He had went off to test my luck with those silly animals. As he said, he was joining other tours. Quite soon the boat arrived at the shark area. Dr. Ray, the leader of the scientists, called a meeting. He said, "We need someone to volunteer and dive down in the submarine to find the sharks." The shark indicator showed that there are a few in this area. A shark watching tour boat came here yesterday, but saw no sharks. Tintin said immediately, "I'll go." Then Dr. Jones showed Tintin to the submarine. The submarine dived down. Tintin looked left and right, but there were no sharks. Finally, he reached the seabed. Then he saw sharks, but they were still, more still than a cable, and their fins were cut. Tintin turned on the submarine walkie-talkie. Someone from the ship replied, "This is Dr. K. Are you Tintin?" Tintin replied, "Yes, this is." He said again, "I have spotted the sharks, but they are dead, with their fins cut." There was a long pause. Then Dr. K asked, "Are the sharks still bleeding?" Tintin replied, "Yes." At this, Dr. K shouted, "You need to come back right now! We have no time to lose!" After Tintin got back on the boat, it set off at full speed. Dr. K brought Tintin to the navigation room. Dr. K pointed to a screen with a red dot and a big white dot. He said, "Tintin, you see the red dot, don't you?" "Yes," Tintin said. Dr. K said, "That's an unauthorized ship. Authorized ones are shown in green, and the boat you are in is shown in white." Tintin asked, "So you think the shark killers are on that boat?" Dr. K replied, "Yes. And I think they are the Chinese, taking them for shark fin soup." The boat neared the red dot. Dr. K, Tintin, and others ran to the deck. Dr. Ray looked into a pair of binoculars. Then he shouted to the others, "Take cover!" Someone was shooting. As they ran for cover, a boom, boom was heard. Then the Chinese boat skimmed away. The chase was on. The Chinese and the scientists fired at each other. Boom, boom, blam! One Chinese down. Pew, pew, arg! Another Chinese down. After they lost 2 men, the Chinese retreated below deck. But still, the Chinese weren't able to escape the scientist's ship. As the scientist's ship got closer, Tintin and the others ran to the front and back of the ship. Then the ship split into two, and a big piece of land came out of the boat and submerged under the water. The Chinese were so scared they were even more quiet than a bed, with their mouths hanging open. They couldn't do anything as the scientist's boat swallowed them up. The scientist's boat docked back into Puerto Rico half an hour later. Tintin and the scientist walked into a cloud of reporters. Tintin announced, "The smugglers are caught. We will reintroduce the sharks, and it will be like this never happened at all." A while later, Tintin said, in front of a shark washing tool shop, "Should we do more shark washing?" Captain Haddock said, "Blistering barnacles, let's see some turtles." Tintin replied, "Sure." Thank you for listening to Tintin in the Galapagos. This book was written by Lance C.L. and read to you by Lance C.L. Alright, so that's the full audiobook. I hope you like it, and please like and subscribe to Lance's Travels. Now see you in the next video.